Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Handoff comes to Hyde. And some room to maneuver. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Gets it to Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. First down, a run with Hyde. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second down, Mayfield. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Detroit! Green, Detroit! 39! Green, 39!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Set! Green!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Mayfield looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37.
Hey! Black 20. Jack 16.
Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete. That's James. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell, and he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Here's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Kelly. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll give to Hyde. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Detroit!
Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. A good pickup there at 22.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They pitch it out to Hyde. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this really is a good defense because what they've done is focus on stopping the running game and being physical against it.
And the numbers, they really bear that out. They're currently 5th in the National Football League in rushing defense.
Detroit! Now let's go! Detroit!
Now Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And his kick is right through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Roethlisberger, a first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Set! Black 20! Black, what's that? Black,
they'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now Bell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Heinz Field after this. Following the interception, Mayfield is going to float this over the middle deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Hurry up, let's go.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The toss play. This is high. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Mayfield on 1st down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Brianne Body Calhoun. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Washington. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger rolling to his right. This is Bell on the dump off. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play. Obviously, instead he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, they'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Coming right, Hyde on the toss. A little juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run here with John Kelly. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end in Njoku. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
First and goal, Kelly. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Second down, Mayfield. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Pass incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open net. Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Jack 16. Set. Blue 30. Jack 16.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
Let's go now.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards. First.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down. What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now. You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Mayfield now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
This quarterback now, just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down.
Here we go now.
Again, this is Kelly. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Mayfield to throw it. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's third and 3. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. With it is Brown. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Steelers are going to take over first and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jamie Collins able to drop him for a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Lucky 56. Gone. Here we go. Blue 90.
To throw, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, Give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants have extended their lead. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. A screen to Bell. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
All right, here we go.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds McDonald. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie Denzel Ward. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cleveland, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.